Dangerous, life-threatening accidents like this are actually on the rise. You might be surprised to hear that. Specifically on these e-scooters in Los Angeles is what this particular report is talking about. This study about how much more of these types of accidents are happening. So US Consumer Product Safety Commission, they already know this, and that's why they've released this public service announcement. And it's what you would imagine from a public service announcement. Watch.
Here she comes. She sure looks ready to take on this ride.
That's right, Megan. She's been riding at the top of her game lately.
I love how she puts away the headphones.
Yeah, she's not about to be distracted.
And look at that poise. She slows down at intersections, making sure the path is clear.
Nice, smooth braking. Here's that bump. Could be trouble. Will she lean back and use that same smooth braking technique?
Indeed she does.
Look at that expert parking. And that's how a champion gets it done, folks.
That's how a champion gets it done. Make sure you do all those right rules to not kill yourselves on e-scooters. Francesca, I'm gonna get your thoughts, but this is the startling numbers here. So the injury rate for scooter drivers in LA has exceeded the national injury rate for injuries for motorcyclists, bicyclists, and car passengers. So about 115 injuries per million e-scooter riders occurred in one section of LA over the course of 6 years. That's in contrast to the national injury rate for motorcyclists of 104 per million. That's according to this study from the PLOS One. Joanne Elmore, who's a senior author and professor at UCLA's David Geffen School of Medicine, and her colleagues, they found that the data particularly alarming because the rising population of e-scooters means that the associated risks are only to grow. These shareable e-scooters, they're rented, and we all know how this works. They could soon account for 1 in 10 trips of shorter than 5 miles. So it's increasing. Lastly, the launch of these shareable e-scooters, which occurred in 2018, showed a dramatic shift in the number of injuries associated with the use of this transportation mode. Prior to that year, there were almost 13 e-scooter injuries each year, 13. While such trauma rose to 595 in 2018, 672 in 19 is what this study found. This is crazy. And I was asking before you came on, Francesca, if you ride these things, and I was surprised by the answer. Actually, what happened?
Hell no, I don't ride those things. I'm not coordinated on scooters. I'm barely coordinated on bikes. Remember bikes? Hey, we could do bike sharing programs. I have so much to say on this, though. I will say, I saw someone eat, you know what I'm saying, on a scooter before my very eyes while I was walking, on my feet, very stable, using gravity. And the sound she made was so heinous. She was okay, but it was like, okay, that was a collarbone, that was an elbow, there was something broken for sure. And like, this is such an evil country. They gave us free scooters before healthcare, man. Like, what is going on? We're just finding new fun ways to like rack up hospital bills. It's so bad. And like, the last thing I'll say is, we need more bicycles in cities like Los Angeles. Scooters are not a solution. Why? Because scooters often, it's like, where do they go? Are they on the sidewalk or are they on the street? Are they in the gutter? Who knows? And cars aren't prepared for them. But if you actually have bike lanes and then bicycles, then the entire city becomes safer for all riders. So the whole thing is just allowing these companies, these tech companies, to throw willy-nilly scooters on the streets and then not be responsible for anything that happens, nor make it easier for those people to ride without accidents.
Well, there's rules. You're supposed to wear a helmet, supposed to not ride on sidewalks. None of that happens. People use it in the middle of the night after they leave a bar, before they go to a bar. This is where a lot of times I think those accidents happen. But there's
when have you seen a helmet? Where are you gonna get a helmet? You gonna walk and bring your own helmet?
To the bar, yeah, of course, exactly. We'll see. Honestly, I rode them, and there was one point I was going full speed down the street in Santa Monica, and I went, "This is dangerous." Then I haven't ridden one since. Either way it goes. But yes, that we'll see as this progresses. But you guys, give me some of your worst scooter stories. I'm sure you guys have them. I will read those.